Hello everybody, it's vanburman here. Welcome back to another video today. As you may have known, or you may not know, but Tekken 7 has just been released. It was released yesterday as of the date of recording this particular video. It may well be a couple of days afterwards when I actually get it out, but looking at the game on Steam, I've got it actually installing right now on the computer, which I have disabled it from moving. There we go. So you might be able to, probably can just about make out that it is installing on this on my second computer, Yggdrasil, right now. The minimum specs of it are actually a GTX 660. I'm not sure what the CPU minimum requirements are, but I'm more than confident the 4590 is within those. So we'll just move back over here a little bit. Now, I have four different scenarios that I want to test out with Tekken 7. So the first one I'll be testing out is the integrated graphics on the i5 4590, which is the 4600 HD graphics by Intel. I then got 3 NVIDIA cards to try out, just because I think the results may be quite interesting with that. So I actually haven't tried this card out yet. It was one I got fairly recently, and this is a EVGA GTX 750, not TI, just 750, and I believe, does it say what it is on here? It doesn't actually say on the back, but I believe it's the 1 GB version. Now on the minimum requirements for Tekken 7 on the Steam page, it asks for a 660 or a 750 Ti. So we'll be interested to see what we get out of the 750. We then also will be using the 1050 as well. We'll look at that one, and I fully expect this one obviously will be the best, but I expect this one to do pretty well on Tekken 7. And finally, the biggest one, we're going to see how the 480 does. Now, the 480 is not actually anything to do with the minimum spec or anything, so that, for me, should be quite an interesting result. So, obviously, I do have the GTX 260, but Tekken 7 is a DirectX 11 compatible game only, and the 260 is a DirectX 10 card. Now, I do have other graphics cards in the box behind me, which you may be able to see, but I'm keeping most of them a secret, so I'm trying not to show you guys what they are until I, make separate videos on them. Not been able to do much recently. I've been tied up with other duties in my personal life I had to attend to. So, but there will be stuff coming out, and I'll be doing as and what I can, as and when I can. So as soon as that's installed, I'm going to do the benchmarks on these 4 different scenarios, and I'll get back to you with the results. Kicking off the results is the low settings at 1080p. Now this is one of the only ones really that the integrated graphics was able to do anything with. The FPS that it gave was really not playable, not something I'd recommend playing on, and I didn't really want to drop the resolution down any lower, but this is the best I could get out of the integrated Intel graphics. On medium now, and as you can see, I did include the integrated graphics results in there, but it was very, very framey and not really worth doing, and from now on I've sort of omitted it. But as you can see, all the dedicated graphics cards all scoring a steady 60 on everything for low and medium presets at 1080p, so no issues from me there. On high, we do now start to see a bit of a disparity between the two cards. The 480 and the 750 were both really close in this regard. The 480 is effectively almost a 60 FPS, but it did have a couple of frame drops which just put it under. But they both, the 480 and the 570, both ran really well. If you were playing this on high without the FPS counter on, you probably wouldn't have noticed it. Not gonna lie. The 1050 though, reigning supreme in that one. And looking at Ultra, to be fair, same story carries on. You know, the 480 and the 750 both can play at this resolution, but yeah, you wouldn't really want to play it on high for a very playable experience, especially in a fighting game. But 1050 absolutely destroyed it. So my final thoughts are that, you know, the minimum requirements are there as a good benchmark, but don't always believe them, that's for sure. Thank you very much, guys. See you on the next one. Goodbye.